Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at the Shadow Metagross in the Open Great League here. We have the Mawile against us in the lead with the Fire Fang. That's kind of horrible as we see a Cresselia coming in, which is really good for us. But yeah, we're going to take a look today at the super squishy Metagross in the Open Great League. Why are we doing this? Yeah, we currently have the event where we can get the Community Day moves for, I think, Rhyperior, Gengar, definitely the Metagross and Talonflame and Gyarados, I think. So I went through my storage and saw a rank 8 Metagross for Great League. And of course I have to play it. And yeah, first set I played with Metagross in general, with a completely different team. I had Metagross as a closer in the back because I thought it would make the most sense. Went horrible. I went 0-5, then I played a little bit more and I only lost matches with it. And then I built this team where I put it into the lead. I put something in the back that's super weak to Charm and put the Sableye as a Say Swap, which can get out Charm users. And yeah, what can I say? I think I went positive every set and I played like 3-4 sets with this team. I have no idea how, but I think I went like 11-4 with this team, which is insane with a Shadow Metagross in Great League. I have no idea, literally I have no idea how this worked, but I had a lot of fun playing this and I don't know why it worked, but it worked and I'm happy about this. We see here Bastiodon lead against us. You see how much the Smackdown still does. We are of course super squishy. We are already squishy as a normal version here. We are squishy as a Shadow version as well. But the thing is, with this Pokemon, with the Metagross, you're going to be able to do a lot of damage as well with the fast move, with a Bullet Punch here. And a lot of times it's gonna come in clutch as well, farming down stuff, getting a lot of fast move damage with this, as we can KO this Bastiodon. This is always a winning matchup for you, as you're always going to outspeed it. And we can swap out immediately into our Sableye as we get greeted by a Victory Bell, as we get greeted by a Whimsicott, as we can go for one return. And this return will not be able to KO this Whimsicott, but it will put it into a range where I can go for one counter with my Scrafty, farm this thing down, get to one foul play and KO the Victory Bell. Even if this wouldn't KO, I still have my Metagross in the back, which at least would get one Bullet Punch of it. But this will be a good game, even though it was like a fast move beatdown team here. We see the Obstagoon in the lead, horrible lead for us. It's basically the worst possible lead that you can face, as we get greeted by a Golbat here. We're getting the Poison Fang against us, and we can go ahead, go for one big foul play here, as this should do enough damage to put him into range where I can farm down. They're gonna let this move go through, and I think I could have let this move go through as well, but I didn't, and now we're gonna shield this move off, but it doesn't really matter too much, as we can still get to one return, which I think they want to shield anyway, so I think that was the right play. But I can now basically realign my Pokemon, which is going to be nice, but they have a lot of energy, so if they have Cross Chop, which most people run in the lead at least, it's going to hurt a little bit, as they have Cross Chop. I'm going to try to basically counter this thing pretty much down there, and now swap, I think, into my Metagross after like one more counter, trying to farm it down, and we see that my opponent actually can still get to move. And this will going to lose us this match here, sadly. If they couldn't get to the move, or if I threw the move, I think I might have been able to win this. The matchup against the Nidoqueen depends on the bait on their side. If they hit the bait, they win the game. If they don't hit the bait, I win the game. So, like this, sadly, this will not be enough. I would also win here if the opponent would have been a Shadow Nidoqueen, most likely, because all my moves would have done more damage. But we're sadly going to lose this game. We see the next opponent, we have Skuntank in the lead. Amazing lead for us here, as we can resist all the moves. We see the Trevenant coming in, which is still a Pokemon that I don't really like to face with my Scrafty, to be honest. I can go ahead and go for one nice foul play, which would most likely KO this thing or get him low into the red health, as we can farm down. It's going to get him low into the red health, so we can farm down, we can let this move go through, and we're going to be able to now realign our Pokemon. We can go for one Power Punch against this incoming Skuntank again, and we can now have our Metagross again locked into this matchup here. I think I have still... No, they can swap out now, as we see a Swampert coming in. And at this point of time, I just need to get rid of their shields, because I think with the additional damage from the Shadow Claw here, we might put them into a range where we can actually farm them down with just Bullet Punch from our Metagross, because a Metagross Bullet Punch is pretty damn strong, even if it's resisted. And we can go ahead, go for one foul play here. We should get the final shield here, hopefully, and we do get the final shield, as we are going to let this move go through. We do. Exactly. And we're gonna do exactly what I just said. We just farm down, you see how much Bullet Punch does. It's resisted, but it doesn't matter. Our Metagross just goes to town and we can farm this thing down and we can go for the super unnecessary Earthquake, but I know that they don't get to move in time, so why not? And we completely annihilate this Skuntank. I really would like to know how much damage it does. Let me know in the comment section if you are actually a geek and go out now and Pokemon look it up, because I'm not gonna do it. But we will see here the Lickitung against us. This is horrible, especially for the lead, but we can still shield one move up here. And the matchup against Sableye is surprisingly not that bad. Sableye is just such a strong Pokemon that you're gonna be able to still pressure this Lickitung here. You can go for it, go for one foul play. You're going to be able to get this thing really low, and we can go for another foul play here. We will maybe even able to reach the return, but I'm not sure. But basically getting this thing at this range will allow us to put them into a range where I can just bullet punch it down later on if they want to swap out. But they don't even want to swap out, they want to stay in here. And this allows us now to farm this thing all the way down, and we will see Reggie Steel, as far as I remember, coming in. Yep, a very interesting team by the opponent, being double weak to fighting already. I like this with my Scrafty, of course, as I can go ahead and farm this thing all the way down. I will not going to like invest a charge move yet, at least. They're going to go ahead, go for the Zapcan. Now I have to go for one foul play, but we have another foul play stored. But this doesn't look too good yet, at least. We have to see what they have in the bag. It's going to be a Sableye. We can go ahead, go for one big foul play here, doing some nice damage against it, and we can try to go ahead and we can let this move go through. Of course, we don't have a shield, it's only a foul play. I can swap out and I can get some damage with a bullet punch. Look how much damage I can do with this thing. And now it's going to come down if we can farm it down in time. I'm not sure if I should throw the power punch here. I decided not to. And I don't know if it was the right play. I don't think it was. I think I should have thrown the power punch, but like this, we're going to have a tie there. Good game to my opponent as we face Ariados. You think poison type, very good for me, but the additional typing here with the bug typing is of course still neutral against us and does a ton of damage. As we can still go ahead and go for a Meteor Mash on the Peter here on the lunge, which is going to get us a shield at least. And we have to shield this move up. Of course, it's going to be a lunch loot chaos. We're going to try to catch the next move onto our Sableye, which I think should only be the poison move here. Yeah, cross poison does nothing, it's resisted. They can still get to another move here, which is fine. We can let this move go through, and we have to hope that our backline can still handle this, as we see an Azumarill coming in here. And the return going to do some nice damage here. Hopefully we have a move start onto our Metagross. We have to get rid of this Pokemon in time with our Pokemon here. As we're gonna see them going for a charge move here, I'm going to go ahead and shield this move up because I kinda need to get rid of this thing. I can still get to one return, and yeah, I'm completely screwing this game over now. You're gonna see it now. It's kind of embarrassing, to be honest. I don't go for the move. I thought that I could swap onto the Ice Beam in time when I thought they needed one more move, and like this, like there is game over. They have still 3 Pokemon. They have a shield advantage, and they have a Sableye coming in here, and Sableye can go for a return, just KOs us, so this game is over. Good game to my opponent here, as I am not going to be able to do anything anymore. Return going to connect here, nearly KOs us. They still have to go for one charge move. They swap out here. I can go for the bait with the power punch here, and I have to get the shield, and I'm going to get the final shield, go for the foul play, and win this game. What a game here. As we can go into the next one, we see the perfect lead. Basically, I make a screenshot as well, because this was the perfect example of the not existing algorithm facing the Alolan Ninetales, which we're going to, I spoiled it a lot, like I'm gonna to see how much we will do with the bullet punch later on, because we definitely going to get on this matchup again. We have to invest one shield here sadly to get to this matchup again, but it's definitely worth it, I think. That's the problem here with the Sableye, with the Scrafty situation. You basically lose the 0 shield, I guess, unless I go straight for the power punch first. I guess it would make more sense, but we have to see. Maybe I have to rethink the situation. As we see the Swampert coming in here, we can go ahead and go for the farm down actually. I'm not going to go ahead and shield anything here really first. I just want to get the damage. Now I'm gonna shield because it does more than bullet punch. I think the Shadow Claw, and I think they're gonna swap out now, and they do, so I can swap out here, and you see how much damage I do. They don't even get to a charge move when they are gone, and we can see that the Swampert also doesn't really like the fast moves here. As they're in range for one more Shadow Claw, the Shadow Claw comes through now and we win the game. They have still 2 shields, but okay, I also had like 3 charge moves stored, so we're fine. Going to the next game, another ice type here in the lead. We see the Warring coming in, we have to go into our Scrafty of course, and the Scrafty going to enjoy this match up quite a lot. As we can see here, we can go for one foul play, and we should be able to farm down after this one, as this can do a lot of damage, and we can farm all the way down. Against the Shadow version, I guess I would be able to just one-shot it there, which is cool, but here against the normal version, they can still get to another move, and we can also still get to another move against this Frostless here. Going for one nice foul play, getting the shield from the opponent. I can go directly into my Metagross, trying to get a shield here as well, as we will see the opponent going to Stunfisk. I'm going to bait the potential Earthquake here right now, going for the Meteor Mash, and they're going to let this move go through for whatever reason. And it still did so much damage that it doesn't really matter too much. It's insane that a Meteor Mash resisted against Stunfisk does half of his health, but it's fine, as we can go ahead, go for one foul play here. This foul play going to do some very nice damage, as they gonna let this move go through, I'm gonna let my move go through, and now it's just fast move down with a Metagross again, as we can go ahead and farm everything down. Everything going to die from this Meteor, like the Meteor Mash Bullet Punch here, as it does just so much damage, it's just so insane. Next up, we're gonna see the next opponent, Metagross against, again, Obstagoon, horrible lead there. We can go ahead and go for some fast moves. We tried to catch the move, didn't work out, but we put him into the return range with this, which it usually isn't in, so I guess the right play would be to stay in for a little bit, go for some fast move damage, and now put him into return range, which will allow me to at least get one shield in this matchup, which is all I'm really wanting to get, but this also allows my opponent now to just farm me all the way down without any issues. But we can go into our Scrafty. Scrafty gonna enjoy this matchup quite a lot, but we only got one fast move through there, while they get one fast move through. Like, game, I should be able to get 2 through there. I don't know what's wrong with the game there, but hey, as we can go ahead, go for one Meteor Mash against this Nidoqueen, and this Nidoqueen just goes down. Like, it's not even super effective or anything, it just goes down. And I should be able to just farm this thing down if I shield once here, and I should be able to really farm this thing down, just KO whatever is in the bag. Never mind, they get the boost here, and this allows them to KO me. Also, if I just got the extra fast move through, which I should have got through with this Scrafty, I would have been able to also KO this Obstagoon way earlier. But why would the game make sense or work correctly? I don't know. We will never find out. We will see Stunfisk coming in here, which is nice for us. We can go ahead and go for some foul plays. As long as I hit both of my foul plays, I'm pretty happy with the situation, as we can go ahead and go for another one here. I think this is a CMP tie, which is going to be amazing because there's a Rock Slide gonna go into nothing. Basically here, I don't have any energy on my Pokemon. I'll let this move go through, and I can go into my Scrafty here to farm this thing all the way down, waiting out the switch clock, because I think it was switch locked, not anymore definitely. And we see a Skarmory in the back, which basically means for me we lose this game. Like, I don't know how we are supposed to win this game anymore, as we see that we can go for one Meteor Mash at least against the Swampert. We're going to be able to shield this move up, get this thing pretty low at least, and get another shield from them here, I think, with the next Meteor Mash. They don't throw it at the same time as me, which is fine, as we can now go ahead and try to farm all the way down, I think. We have to let the move go through, as well as we have to let the move go through here, because one Brave Bird would easily KO us, while this Hydro Cannon still does nice damage, but not enough. We can go ahead, go for one first foul play. How much is it gonna do? It's gonna do way more than I thought. I think this Pokemon has to be in like a very horrible IV spread, because this one going to KO him now already, and we can farm down the Swampert, winning us the game here with the Scrafty at the end. Good game to the opponent. As we face the final battle, most likely here, we see the Marowak, and we see the Obstagoon say swap, and we see that we will not be able to win this game here, because how are we supposed to win this game? My opponent goes for the Obstruct as well, boosting their defenses, making us even basically weaker here, as we can at least get one shield from them with the return, which is nice, and we can still get to another return, because Obstruct plus Night Slash is not enough to KO my Sableye, and I can go ahead and go for one big return here, going to do some nice damage, putting him into range where I can easily farm down. They even go for for another charge move here, which is nice, as now I can just go ahead, go into my Scrafty, farm it all the way down, and they cannot go to any move, and they go into the Mirror Rack, which is very nice for me, because now I can just go ahead, go for some nice foul plays here, as those going to get the final shield. We can shield it up here as well. The Shadow Bone would do a lot of damage to the Bone Club, not really, but we can go now for one foul play, see how much it's gonna do. We have still one shield left, which I'm gonna to leave that here as well. I'm just gonna swap into my Metagross. What do we see in the back? We see a Lickitung, and this should be still a pretty decent matchup. I'm gonna let this move go through. They only have resisted moves. Body Slam gonna do some very good damage, but one Meteor Mash against Lickitung, it does insane damage, as you can see here, and we can go ahead, farm this thing down now with our Scrafty, and this should be enough to win the game for us. So this is going to be it for the video. Thanks for watching. This was way better than I expected. I don't know how this all worked out, but Meteor Mash Metagross was just a way too meta. So see you next video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.